Ah, the aroma of several adventure games emanates from your person. I'll bet you wish you could. You lick a thick smear of filth off the street. Finding the taste unpleasant, you quickly swallow it. What a smart person you are. The wreckage left by the destruction of the entire Xenon civilization tastes a little like some ancient ruins you once sampled. A real man would actually walk up to a building if he wanted to taste it. The zesty tang of nitroglycerin fills the air around the ship. It tastes like ship. It smells a little like pebbles and a little like the rubbles. It tastes like a cement milkshake, only crunchy. There's nothing like fresh air and sunshine to make a sidewalk taste great. Being downwind of the cyborg, you are very aware that it smells like a slice of luncheon meat that's been walking around in the sun too long. Not with your tongue. It smells like hundreds of sweaty public servants once populated this building. It tastes about like you'd expect it to taste, given how it smells. You inhale the smell of the column and file it away in your brain under useful information. Good thing it's not below freezing, or you'd end up spending the whole game with your tongue stuck to the frozen metal. It smells like old money and new rust. Okay, you get your last licks on the bank. There's nothing like coating your lungs with rubble dust to get your adventure off to a great start. It tastes okay, but you generally prefer your rubble extra chunky. It smells like the remains of a flourishing civilization blasted to smithereens by an evil entity of immense power. It doesn't taste half bad, considering what it smells like. If your tongue were that long, well, you can guess the rest. It smells like trouble. What's going on in there? Nobody can reach that building from here with their tongue unless they're in a Leisure Suit Larry game. It doesn't exactly smell April fresh. The cool, rank smell of a sewer wafts up from underground. Okay, you taste great and find it less filling. You smell the sidewalk, and it smells back. You give the sidewalk a lick and accidentally step on a crack. Somewhere your mother screams out in agony. Her spinal cord snapped cleanly in half. Of course, she probably deserved it for the way she threw away those magazines she found in your room that time back in junior high. Those things cost you a lot of good lunch money. There's a sweet, fruity odor coming from the building.
Wild berry.
The faint aroma of burnt hemp teases playfully around your nostrils. You swish the rubble around in your mouth a bit, but the flavor is too subtle to identify. The stench lingering in this sewer reminds you of your clothes hamper. It smells like cotton candy, roses, and fresh roasted peanuts. Yeah, right. This rough area tastes strangely like blood. Oh, that is blood. You shredded your tongue. Your mother should have warned you about licking strange areas. Your nostrils flare as you inhale the fragrant aroma of cold steel with just a hint of sewage. The corrosive effect of the slimy pipes reduces your tongue to a stump. Now you truly are tasteless. What were you expecting? Lime slime? You notice a burning sensation when you get a strong whiff. You taste a tiny bit of the green slime. Instantly, several recent fillings dissolve into a puddle of silver amalgam. The smells of stressed carbon fiber, cooling engines, and ozone fill the air. Tasting the cooling time pod would not be a good idea. Right now, the sequel policeman has no distinct smell, but give him a few days and he'll be quite aromatic, not to mention plumped up like a ballpark Frank. Take it from someone who knows sick. Licking corpses is going way beyond simple dementia. Get a grip, pal. You can bet she smells better than you. Better just speculate on this one, or you'll be snorting spear. Best to keep your taste buds packed away right now, buckwheat. This would be an excellent time to keep your nostrils to yourself. Gee, maybe you should walk right on up to her and give it a try. Not. Yeah, right. This is not a good time for vessel sniffing. It's not a good time to slap the old buds on barnacles. Use it and lose it, buddy. The mall has that high-rent, low-occupancy smell, like any office building in downtown Los Angeles. It's against the third law of mall security to be caught licking mall components. You attempt to smell the moving walkway and end up filing down your nose slightly. Very well. You give the moving walkway a warm kiss. Now you both feel special. Taking in a whiff of air, you instantly notice it has 3 feet. Sulfur! The shopper smells as though it comes from a planet where the only showers are volcanic ones. As much as we enjoy seeing you get in trouble, we must warn you that this type of behavior is universally considered either rude or amorous, which could get you either killed or married. The software store smells of turnovers, high employee turnovers, and low product turnovers. If you think the store leaves a bad taste in your mouth now, wait till you see the prices. You never noticed how much adventure game players tend to smell like potato chips, beer, and money. With the way this crowd smells, you'd want to lick them. This plant was provided courtesy of Shapir Florists. There's a powerful eucalyptus odor coming from the plant. You lick the plant, suddenly your sinuses clear up. The smell is an unidentifiable potpourri of the various items that hitched free rides on those shoes.
Ooh, this doesn't taste good. Yuck!
Wow! It smells just like a giant, juicy, delicious monolith slug burger combo. It smells a little like Julinar, the enchanted plant woman from Quest for Glory 2. It tastes like another cheap plug for another Sierra product. He smells a little like vermicelli. What, and moisten his new size 15 extra tall jumpsuit? It smells like expensive cologne, leather, and tobacco. It tastes like sewage, vinyl, and tobacco. It smells like the kind of place where unwashed teenagers stand around smoking, sweating, and performing other unmentionable teenage acts. It tastes like it smells. There's a fresh, woodsy, artificial scent coming from the plants. The aroma is a tasteful melange of pine and potpourri. You give the window a sniff. However, no odor is detected. Dragging your tongue along the window brings you to the realization that it hasn't been washed in a long, long time. They have a minty fresh smell that keeps you refreshed. You know that eating plastic plants places pressure on your plumbing. You learned that reading Janitorial Digest. The smell of synthetics permeates the air. Now that's a clean-smelling window. Do that, and your anal retentive host might have a stroke. You gather in the various fragrances offered by the menage of useless items stored here. You learn only that you don't want to do it again. Want more fiber in your diet? Ah, the distinctive aroma of Centauri Moon number 5. Woo! This dude smells like a pigsty. Maybe it would be unwise to order a bacon burger. Sniffing the cigar makes you lose what little appetite you had after smelling the air in this place. Smells like a synthesized version of an ancient vegetable sauce. Sucking on a bottle of mustard doesn't seem to satisfy your hunger. Sucking on a bottle of ketchup doesn't seem to satisfy your hunger no matter what the government thinks.
Get your nose off me. What do I look like? A nostril mat? I'm lettuce. I taste like an old leaf. Okay?
I'm the pickle. I smell like vinegar on a spring morning. I taste like crunchy toe jam sauteed in vinegar.
Don't bother. I'm really quite bland. Some people think I taste oily. I don't think so. Do you?
Pungent, eh? Go ahead, take a big lick of old Mr. Mustard. You'll be sorry.
Yeah, that's right. No smell. Better no smell than a bad one. I'm the best little condiment you ever tasted. You know I am, really. I'm not kidding, I am.
I smell like any other set of 299-year-old buns. I am a permabun. While I have absolutely no taste, I do have a shelf life of 3 centuries.
It smells like the essence of Monolith Burger. Essence of Monolith Burger now coats your tongue forever. It smells like escaping air. It definitely hasn't been cleaned in a while. Maybe later when you get time you could give it a buff. You must be bored. Maybe we should turn up the speed. Jeez, you wonder what pachyderm-scented grease loaf contributed this used cigar to the decor. You don't know this cigar's history, but you'd better not try it. Gooey, greasy little fingers and various appendages have left a coating that smells like a cross between cotton candy and dead gerbils. You had to taste it. Well, it tastes more like dead gerbils than like cotton candy. Walking up to a young, active creature like this one and sniffing it could be considered unusual behavior. Give your nose a break. It's a garbage can. It smells like old dead fish. Ah, the smell of brand new simulated fabric. Closet mannequin whiffer, eh? Despite your love for Synthos skin, you decide that wouldn't be gentlemanly. Techno's smell emanates from it. Ouch! You almost got a sliver in your tongue. Aromatic metals, lubricants, and synthetic materials emanate from its general vicinity. Nah, you've never had a taste for stripes. Smells robotic. This doesn't look like your favorite flavor mannequin. You lick the mannequin and find that it doesn't please your palate. Whoa, baby, where have you been? Oh, the water buffalo went out of style epochs ago.
Yuck. Seriously gross.
Dragging your tongue across the synthetic hair is almost as enjoyable as running it through a French fry slicer. The rich smell of robotic lubricants wafts through your smell buds. It tastes like Tarnex. Well, at least your tongue is tarnish-free. Seeing as how these guys are trying to kill you, your best line of defense would be a straight one out of here. You'd best stay out of sight of this guy. It's the silent but deadly aroma of Ulan's Flats. You inhale deeply, sandblasting the insides of your nostrils. Above the dunes, you smell an overcast purple sky. The air smells damp and oppressive, like a wet nun. The slow-roasted whole-grain goodness of sand. There's a whole lot of smelling going on, but the game still makes no sense. The taste is subtle and difficult to pin down, but you love the way it crunches between your teeth. It smells like an old lawsuit coming back to haunt the two guys from Andromeda. It's supposed to smell like a Walmart force field generating unit, but we can only do 16 different odors in EGA, so it smells a lot like the Time Pod. You are unable to catch a scent from the force field generator. Maybe you should try tasting it instead. Okay. As the moist surface of your oral muscle comes in contact with the fully energized force field, you realize your mistake. Thousands of volts pass through your cranium, turning your brain into a quivering mass of short-circuited neurons, which effectively terminates all interpretation of sensory impulses. Your musculature spasms for the last time as the force field shock causes you to give up the ghost. It's got the dry, musty smell of a store that's filed for Chapter 11. The poor taste of the building is only matched by the poor taste of the architect. Back here, the bar smells like everything they didn't want stinking up the front. An interesting mix of flavors: stale Keronian ale, regurgitated Keronian ale, and Keronian ale that's otherwise been used and disposed of. Fortunately, they play much better than they smell. You're too far away to do that.
Well, looky here. If it ain't Mr. Look at Me, I'm in VGA. What's the matter? Monochrome not good enough for you? What's this? 256 colors all for one little